know when the story for this record began, because it was kind of like a little bit like fluid.
When I wrote the first song, we didn't know about the pandemic. So I just wrote that song because I came up with the song. There was no plan of making a new album at that time. We were touring in South America and Mexico when the pandemic hit, and we were pretty much the last band that played a live show right before everything closed down in Mexico City.
I like to get back to my writing studio after a successful touring, and it kind of like is kind of inspiring and sort of kind of like ride of the good wave, so to say, you know. But unfortunately our touring kind of got ended because of the pandemic, so it wasn't really a planned break, but you know.
Nobody really knew what was going to happen. You know, we didn't know how long the cancellation was going to be, like when we could get back on the road, if it was just a couple of months, 6 months, a year. But basically, we just took it easy from the start and said, well, let's see how this develops and take it from there.
The thing was that we were actually planning to you know, just take a break, because we were not done with the Berserker cycle. We were kind of halfway through it, so our original plan was to just wait it out and then pretty much continue where we left off. Just postpone, you know, move forward all the gigs and whatnot, and just move on and continue the cycle. But after the first year, we were kind of like, okay, maybe, you know, maybe there's no point for us coming back with an old, you know, an old album.
So we kind of started doing new stuff. We did a re-recording for the Masters of War, and we did Put Your Backs Into the Ore. But at the same time, we also started writing a full album at the same time. So that's where it all started. You know, we had a lot of ideas and a lot of time. So we just started working as if it was a new season for a new album.
The overall vibe of this album is tougher, meaner, raw.
Honestly, there are some. This might be the best record we've done in a long time. I really love a lot of the songs. It's a pretty heavy album, really. It's pretty raw material on this album, so I think the fans can expect I would say a typical Amon Amarth album, but like it's going to be a little bit rougher, but around the edges, but still with loads of melodies and harmonies and hooks and great choruses and a couple of sing-along parts as well, I think.